this is Capricorn Venus Tarot, and today we're going to do a really funny reading, and we're going to do what would your superpower be? And I'm thinking like in a Marvel movie or a comic book or some story where there's people with superpowers. So I have my fingerless gloves on because I think it's funny. So today we've got 4 piles, and pile 1 we've got the amethyst. I wanted to say Aquarius stone because it's my birthstone, Aquarius. The second one, doesn't it look like quartz or something, but I have no idea. Third one, I have no idea, but doesn't it look like a meteorite or something? And fourth, also have no idea, but that's what it looks like. So go ahead and pick one of these piles. You can pick more than one as well. I often do, especially in like funny readings like this. Like I love to pick more than one, and then you can kind of mix and match to get your personality and just see what you get. Some fun combos, I'm sure. Okay, so go ahead and pick your pile, and I will see you there. Okay, pile 1. So let's do this thing. Today what we're gonna do is we're gonna see what would your superpower be, and we're gonna learn a little bit about the story, the backstory. So I am gonna do 5 main cards, and there's like a role I've assigned to each one of the cards. So let's go ahead and get started then. And we're gonna pick out, we're gonna do something different than the other readings, just for fun, you know, just mixing it up, having a good old time. We're gonna pull out all the cards and turn them over at the same time at the end. So let's do this. Start with this one. So the first card is gonna be your origin story. So pile 1's origin story. Like how did they get this power? Or, you know, when did it begin? Or when did they notice? You know, depending if they got their power in some accident or they were born with it or what. So let's see. Pile number 1 and card number 1. Let's see. Got it? Okay. And while we're at it, we're going to do ultimate goal. Oh, shoot. We're going to, okay. Since I messed that up, let's keep going, but we'll remember that when it gets to that. Okay. Okay. Pile number 2 of pile number 1 is like, what's your purpose? So yeah, you got these powers, but what's the reason, you know? What do you use your powers for? Let's see. Okay, great. Now we do the power. This is kind of seemingly the most important card, right? Let's see. What is pile number 1's power? What would pile number 1's superpower be? What is their superpower? What is pile number 1's superpower? Okay. And then this one is going to be also what is pile number 1's superpower, but like a qualifier, like if that one wasn't so clear. Help me out. What is pile number 1's Okay, great. And then lastly, and we remember that we picked the Judgment card initially for this, so that'll be interesting. Because because that seems kind of dark, but we'll see what you get now. So what is pile number one's ultimate goal, or like what would be like fulfillment for pile number one in their whole arc, you know, in their whole I have superpowers arc. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now. Time to flip over all the cards. Wow. Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Mind control. Pile one. Your power is mind control. Wow. So you can make people do what you want them to do. Interesting. Okay, well, later on we're gonna pull music videos to see if you're a hero or a villain. Like I was gonna try to see like what's the vibe based off of the music videos. But if you control minds, I'm gonna probably label you a super villain here, pile one. So you got your superpowers and you use them for ill, but I'm sure you think you're the good guy. You know, we're all the heroes in our own stories. So, and then such an interesting origin story you've got here. So I'm seeing that if you had superpowers, it would be like you got them when you were really, really down and out. Like you have one of those rags to riches stories, but it's through mind control. So, I mean, I don't know if we're all going to be rooting for you necessarily, but you believe your purpose is helping people. You think you're really doing something, because I bet you do, like, especially starting out when you were in this kind of position, a beggar kind of position in your story, and you got your superpowers, I bet you were using it to like corrupt officials to let people go from jail, or to like get money to your community or something like that. But then as you grew and grew, your goal started to be different. I feel like in your origin story, in your superhero arc story, you discovered after having your powers for a while that you just had seen so much negativity in the world that now your ultimate goal is peace. And with the judgment over there, I feel like you are one of those supervillains who's like, the world can only be at peace when everyone does exactly what I say that they need to do, and when I'm the ultimate dictator of the whole world. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Okay, let me order these up. Okay, so take a look at these. And so it's origin story and what you use your powers for. So this is kind of the card of helping people. So you got a very clear goal, at least. Like initially it was like you're destitute and you're using your powers to help people. But it's like, and you wanted to be free. Your goals back then were to free yourself and others. But then maybe you turn to the dark side because you're like, everyone can only be free. Or when people are free, they do the wrong thing sometimes. So then you made that, like, you have to control everybody. Just a fun little story for you. All right, let's see. Let's pull some music videos. So this is gonna be like your energy, you know? If pile one had superpowers, like give me some songs for what their energy would be if pile 1 had superpowers, like what's their energy, so we can get a sense if they're good or evil, or what do we got? So, okay, put those, and we'll do this one. Well, I guess you're bad news. I guess I was right. Villain. Starting off strong, pile 1. A villain right away. Right away. Jesse's girl. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh man. Pile 1. Okay, so this one goes with the sob story. And do not take offense to this at all. Because if you're feeling like, oh, this is kind of a dramatized version of your real life, because that's how I would often read these kind of things, don't take offense. Like, take it as a dramatized, extreme, soap opera version of your life, if that's what you're reading it as. But isn't this funny as a soap opera version of your life? Like, or what your story is, your villain arc. Now I think we can say it's your villain arc. Your super villain arc is like, ooh, maybe even like this. Maybe you're left out in the cold by somebody, and then you just wanted to be free of some sort of situation, and then you become the villain. But Jesse's girl is about covetousness, you know, like you're coveting what someone else has. Almost like a little bit because they have it. Because, like, you know. And this is trying to forget somebody too, you know, and like you can't forget somebody. So, like a Dr. Freeze kind of person. That's like his wife had some sort of disease, and he freezes her, and he becomes a supervillain and trying to help her, you know, and trying to kind of retroactively cure her disease or something like that. So I don't know, maybe you just couldn't convince somebody to love you or something like that. Don't take this too seriously though. Think about this in soap opera terms. And then bad news is like, you want to take them away from all this. So I'm also seeing an alternate one where you're a supervillain with like a crush. So you're a supervillain who's like, oh, I'm going to make you like the Lois Lane to me. And maybe you get that Harley Quinn of your dreams, you know, maybe you have that, you know, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. You guys are both villains or something like that. These are just fun little options, but I'm going to leave these, I'm going to leave these down below. And yeah, so I would say mind control is your power and you're a supervillain. Very fun. Thank you for joining me. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Also leave a comment. Tell me if you picked another pile as well, what your combo superpower would be. Also, if you see anything else in this, like write me a little thing about what you think your supervillain backstory is. And if you really think you're not the villain, you can comment that too. But you're gonna have to leave a good argument, because at this moment in time, I'm seeing villain for you. But I did mention Dr. Freeze, and I think he's redeemable. And Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. So those are all redeemable supervillains. So maybe you just have your supervillain arc and then come back over to the good side. But thank you very much, Pile 1, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, hi Pile 2. So we've got the clear unknown stone here. Ooh, I'm already intrigued about, I almost feel like this stone is going to have something to do with your power. So we'll see. I did not say that with the other one. Although I could have, if you watched Pile 1 and 2, or tell Pile 1 in the comments, this stone is the amethyst, which is about your brain or something. It's about intelligence. I seem like an idiot right now. Anyway, it's about intelligence, and their pile was mind control. So actually, it does relate. But let's see. We'll see how yours, or if yours does. So what we're gonna do is actually I have a little layout that I'm gonna do for these piles. And the first pile is gonna be your origin story. And I'm gonna draw all these cards and then I'm gonna flip them over all at the same time. So, okay, the first card is gonna be your origin story. Let's see, what is pile number 2's origin story for like how they got their superpowers and thing, like how that all happened or when or whatever. Let's see, origin story for pile number 2. They had superpowers. Okay, and then we're gonna do what is like your purpose? What do you use your powers for? So pile number 2 with their superpowers, what are they using their superpowers for? Let's keep shuffling. What is pile number 2 using their superpowers for? This alternate universe. Okay. And now we're gonna do maybe the most important card of this part, which is what is pile number 2's superpower? What is pile number 2's power? Let's see. Okay. And then this is also going to be like what's pile number 2's power, but kind of a qualifier. If I don't really get the picture with that card, help me out. So what is pile number 2's? I hate shuffling this thing. What is pile number 2's superpower? Okay. And finally, we are gonna say, what is pile number 2's ultimate goal, or like what is their version of fulfillment in this superhero story? Like, or just like superpowered story. Because later we're gonna post some music videos and we're gonna see if you're the hero or the villain based on that, you know, based on the whole vibe of the music videos. Like, we're gonna try to decide if you're the villain or the hero. But this 5th card is gonna be, what is pile number 2's superhero ultimate goal or fulfillment? Oh man, okay, well, I guess I'll pull 2. Wasn't really expecting to do that, but I just felt called to. So, okay, let's do it. Ooh, these origin stories are so awesome. I totally forgot to say what. No, I was saying. Oh. Let's think about this now. Okay, so I'm actually seeing that your power is like, you know those duplication powers where you can become like, you can like clone yourself a bunch of times? And we won't get, you know, all in the dirt about if they're the real, if they're solid clones or if they're just images. It could be either one. But what you do with that power is that you solve crime. I'm seeing you solve crime, and I'm seeing you physically solving the crime, like it's somebody stealing out on the street or something like that. But then we've got the papers here too, so I think possibly you start out doing like vigilante justice with this duplication power, and then you go into more detective work too. So I'm actually seeing you like as a private eye, a private eye who has the superpower of duplication, or like cloning yourself instantaneously or something like that. Amazing. So fun. Okay, so and then with your origin story here, it just seems like it was after you got like robbed or something. So you got like robbed by like 10 dudes. That's what I'm seeing. Oh my gosh, that's such a fun story. Okay, so pile 2. Your origin story is you were being viciously attacked by like 10 different people, and this either caused you to like fall into a vat of acid, or like you got seriously injured and you had to go to the hospital, and then they did experiments on you. You know, it's giving me one of those kind of stories. But anyway, it's like the imagery of you being attacked by all these different people all around you, and you just being one person gave you this superpower. Great. Okay, amazing. And I love that you're the private eye, and you do like your own legwork, and then you also do your own paperwork too. So you're like a one-man show who does everything. And then as far as your ultimate goal, here, and it's so funny I picked 2, because what it gave me is the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So your 2 goals are, 1, uncovering mysteries. That's what I'm seeing here, is like uncovering mysteries. And then also, you know, ultimate like emotional happiness. So, I mean, what a great 2 goals, you know? Like you have basically your career goal and then your private goal. Very balanced of you, which is funny with it being twin. Love that for you. Okay, so clear, so fun, so fresh. So let's see, we'll put these all in order. Oops. Wow, that is great. I love that story. And already, I mean, if you're a private eye, I guess you could be a bad guy. So, I mean, we'll see. But my inclination is to think that if what you're doing is, okay, but maybe, because what I was thinking here is that you're solving crimes, but it's also possible you're committing crimes, because this is theft and, you know, deceit and trickery, and you're a duplication person. So I'm sure you can think of a million ways in which that would help you. Okay, let's see. Let's pull these music videos and see. I was pretty sure you were going to be a good guy, but now I'm like, oh, maybe. And maybe you know, go both ways with it. You know, you like, you solve crime, and you maybe do a little stealing on the side to support your family. You know what? Completely acceptable to me, pile 2. If you got superpowers and you needed to steal, using them to support your family, just know that I would not judge you. You go on ahead. You go on ahead. Okay, let's see. With pile number 2, give me some videos to describe like their vibe as a superhero or whatever, like with their powers, like, and to try to let me know if they're a hero or a villain. Okay, I just saw excess, and we'll see if it comes out in the end, but I'm gonna add that one because that's perfect for you. Okay, let's see, pile number 2. What are some good music videos to say if they're a hero or a villain? Okay, we're gonna do this one. This one's... No way. These are index cards, so you can kind of see through them. So I always close my eyes when I'm shuffling, but this came back out on top. So excess, so you might be stealing. Pile 2, might be some stealing. She steals in this too. chaotic, neutral, pile 2. Chaotic, neutral. I see sometimes you're doing the right thing, and maybe you do have that private eye business, and then sometimes you're stealing, or you're being greedy, you're just having fun. I'm seeing this as being like a lot of fun for you. And just really reclaiming your power and having fun with your new abilities. Congratulations, pile 2. And you're just dancing through it, and this is very lighthearted attitude. So really fun. Okay, pile 2. So you have a duplication superpower, and you do some sort of crime solving, you know, villain fighting, but then you also do some, like, which I see in this card too, some heist. Definitely would be some heists in your movies. Okay, thank you very much, pile 2, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Please like and comment and subscribe, because I'm going to post new videos. I'll leave these down below. So funny about excess. But yeah, I'll leave these down below. Please comment if you thought this was fun. And also comment if you picked another one, because I want to hear about the combos of like more than one pile that you pick. So I want to hear, like, if you pick this one and another one, make up like a little story about those two powers together and how that would kind of slightly change the narrative here. But anyway, thank you very much, and I hope to see you again. Are flying right along. Oh shoot, I keep doing that. I'm picking this one for you too. It's obviously really gonna relate, so it was on the top. All right. I guess this didn't relate, and maybe I was just trying to tell pile 1. Okay, so pile number 3. No idea what this is, but doesn't it look like a meteorite? So already I'm kind of sensing that you might be. No, I'm gonna go ahead and say you're gonna be an alien superhero or supervillain or whatever. Alien powers. So I guess you don't have to be born off Earth to have alien powers. Like maybe you thought you were human for the longest time, and then you just discovered you're an alien or something. So we will see, but I have a little setup here for each of the cards I'm going to pull today. I'm going to pull them in order, and I'm not going to flip any until the end. Just because we like to have a little fun and switch it up here, you know? Because I say so. Anyway, let's get started. Right away, we're going to start with, what is pile 3's origin story? So with their, okay, straight to it. Then we're going to do, what is pile 3's purpose with their powers? So after they discover their powers, like what do they like to use their powers for? What is their purpose in their mind, you know? What is pile 3's purpose in their mind? And I'm getting 2 for this. Okay. And then this is probably the most important one, right, to you. But what is pile 3's power? What is pile 3's superpower? Why do I want to pick another one for you? Okay, I'm gonna do 2 for this one as well. Damn. Interesting. Pile 3. Well, I guess you are an alien. So it's fair enough to be a little different. All right, let's get a qualifier for that. So again, what is pile 3's power? If those 2 cards don't kind of make it clear to me, give me a qualifier. So what is pile 3's power? And finally, what is pile 3's ultimate goal? Like, what would be fulfillment for pile number 3? All right, time to flip them all over. Wow. So far, the most interesting part of every single one of these readings has been the origin story. So fun, really cool. Okay. Interesting. Oh my God. What the fuck, pile 3? Super villain. Super villain. Pile 3. Oh no. Oh my God, pile 3. Let me just take this in. Oh, terrifying. I hope you didn't pick another pile, because this is already overpowered as fuck. Like, they lose against you in this fictional version. Oh my Lord, what the hell? I don't know if you can tell. Okay, sorry, let me cool off here. Pile 3. It's just so funny. Especially because we have your purpose as death and the devil. That's what you're using your powers for. For death and control and manipulation. And temptation. Okay, well, let me try to think about what your power is, because we've got dream travel. What is hidden will be revealed. I can't even describe to you how weird these cards are to be pulled right now. I hardly ever pull these 2 cards, and the color scheme is very different from a lot of the cards in that deck. And they're kind of those higher chakra colors. So I'm almost seeing like it would be some sort of telekinesis or something like that. Yeah. But then there's also like a psychicness. So like a Doctor Strange kind of thing. Like, and if you don't watch the Marvel movies, fair enough, first of all. But then also, but I have seen them. So, you could control time or something like that. Maybe you can like control dream travel. So like you have an inception power. That's my final answer. So I'm seeing that you have some sort of mind invasion power, and I was saying that you're an alien. And maybe you're an alien from a world that's completely desolate. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. You're an alien from a world that's completely desolate, nothing there. You were alone for millions of years. Then you come to Earth, and you're able to invade people's minds. And you have a lust for it. Like, you definitely really want to do it, but you don't like what you see in people's minds. And so you can do something with them. Yeah, you invade people's minds, and you can like manipulate them like a freaking what? And your ultimate goal / fulfillment is the world. So that kind of leads me to like world domination or something like that. It's a very cataclysmic kind of movie. And you know what? I actually want a clarifier, which I haven't done for any of the other piles. But I just want a clarifier on pile 3's purpose with their powers. Like, what do they use their powers for? What does pile 3 use their powers to do? Well, that's weird. This is freaky shit, pile 3. What is going on? You're freaking me out. This is supposed to be a lighthearted, funny reading. What is happening? What does this mean? I'm gonna have to like actually look at the booklet to see if we can try to like make us understand what it's trying to say about your powers right now. Let's see. Eight of Pentacles. I'm scared. I'm scared, Mom. Come pick me up. Oh. What it says here is works with the energy of the land to manifest his will. So, do we even need to pull music videos? Like, you're definitely a super villain, and I'm personally very afraid because you're going to use the energy of the land to manifest your will of death and destruction upon the world. So it's like you're making people do stuff. Like pile 1 was mind control, but this is more like cult leader-y. This is more like cult leader-y, but extreme cult leader, extreme alien cult leader. Maybe you create like a religion. This is hilarious to me. Personally, I'm having fun. I hope you are too, pile 3, because this is so funny. And why so serious with this? Like, gosh, I almost feel like you have some sort of arch nemesis too in this movie, who's also an alien, maybe from a different planet or maybe from your home planet. And there's like some weird sexual chemistry between you two, even though it's like the world is on the line. And you're like, why is the superhero and the supervillain, why are they having so much sexual chemistry? Like, one of them is trying to destroy the whole world. But, you know, we all love that. Okay, so, let me put these in order. Origin story. Very, very sad origin story. It has to be if it's going to make, this cataclysmic of a story and an outcome. Okay. Ultimate goal is the world. Hilarious. All right, so let's pull some music videos. So these music videos, I just want them to like give the overall vibe. And what the original goal was to see with these music videos if you're a superhero or supervillain. Like, are you good or are you bad? But I'm pretty sure you're bad, pile 3. So let's just see. You know, let's get some music videos for pile number 3. If they had superpowers, what would they be? And like, let's just get some good or bad, you know, are they the villain? Are they the hero? Like, what's the deal? What's the deal? Pile number 3. Pile number 3. What is superhero, supervillain? Okay. You seeing that? Okay, hi Path 4. Had to refilm this portion of the video. So, let's get right into it. You picked that stone. And today we're gonna figure out what would your superpower be? Like, what would your superpower be? And then we're also gonna see what you use them for, what your origin story is, like what your ultimate goal is. And then we're gonna use the music videos to figure out if you're a hero or a villain. So, very fun stuff. Let's start out with your origin story. And what I'm gonna do for this reading is actually pull all the cards and flip them over at the same time. So we like to switch it up, you know? Let's see. So what is Path 4's origin story, and make it as clear as possible for me. What is Path 4's origin story? Fancy shuffle. Terrible, terrible. Oh, horrendous. I'm doing terrible. But I did see the Two of Cups, so we'll see how that impacts your origin story. Oh, goodness. Okay, so pile 4. What is pile 4's origin story? And make it as clear as possible. And then number 2, we're going to discover what you use your powers for. Like, what's your purpose? What is pile 4's superpower version of themselves? What is their purpose? What do they use it for? Okay, and then now kind of the fun part. It's all fun. What is pile 4's superpower? So what is pile 4's superpower? Make it as obvious as you possibly can. What is pile 4's power? Pull both. I'm going to clarify it if those two don't kind of make it really obvious. Let's see. This will qualify. What is pile 4's power? And then finally, let's see, what is pile 4's ultimate goal? Like, they've got these powers, like, now what are they fighting for? You know, what's their ultimate goal? Let's kind of leave these two. Okay, let's see. Okay, pile 4. So what I'm seeing for your superpower is that you have some sort of truth ability. Like, you can always get the truth. That's an interesting superpower. So it's not like mind reading. It's more like truth telling. Like, you can tell when someone's telling a lie, but a little more than that. Like, I'm getting you definitely can tell when someone's lying. And I feel like that's what you mostly use your gifts for, is you can tell when someone's lying. So then you assist others with that service. So maybe you're on like a team of other superheroes, or maybe you're on the police force or something. This is a movie, so it's okay. Or maybe you're a fucking lawyer, because you do have justice here to clarify that. So you could be like a crusader kind of type, is what I'm seeing with this. This says the lonely journey of the priestess. So you could be like, maybe that's also what your costume looks like too, is like priestessy. Yeah, I'm also getting that with this. Like, it's more artsy. Something about your presentation is very artsy in this superpower version of yourself. Like, so that leads me to believe you're mostly a contractor and you're not like actually working one of these regular ass jobs. Yeah, I see you like being brought on as a contractor. Maybe you're even psychic. Like, yeah, I'm seeing like more of a, it's definitely truth telling is the subset of your psychic abilities. Very cool. Very cool, pile 4. Interesting. And then with this origin story and the 2 of Cups. Ace of Wands and the 2 of Cups for your origin story. Oh, you were just born this way. That's cute. So, oh, okay. So maybe you're orphaned too. Maybe like your parents were both like, oh my gosh, this is reminding me of the movie Firestarter. In the movie Firestarter, these 2 people go and agree to be experiments for the government or something, and they fall in love. They're both experiments in this program for the government trying to give people superpowers, and they fall in love, and they have a baby, and they run away together. And I'm feeling like both of the parents got superpowers as well, but different ones than the daughter. But I don't really remember. But let's say they did have superpowers, because that's kind of what I'm seeing for you. I'm seeing like your birth was because two very powerful people fell in love and gave birth to you. And you are like extra powerful because you have both your parents' powers. Like I'm thinking in those fantasy novels where it's like a chosen one kind of energy with the superpowers. Like you're extra strong because of that or something. Cute. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing you like to collaborate with people to use your powers. So like, let's see, let's move these around to their proper place. Something else to this though with the psychicness, because I also feel like you're creating something, or you use some sort of tool in this superpower. Like you can tell the truth through looking through a crystal ball or something. I mean, it doesn't have to be like actually a crystal ball. Maybe it's like a magic dagger, or it's like a cup that you had to go on a journey to get, you know, that amplifies your power in some way. I'm feeling like, I know, why am I taking this so seriously, but it's fun. Yeah, so I think you're psychic with the very strong ability to tell when someone's lying, and it's so useful that you're using that all the time. But then you've also, one of your movies or something, or some of your lore or your backstory is that you went on this long journey and got some sort of sacred item, which then amplifies your power. And I think your goals, now your goals could definitely go good or bad. I'm definitely saying you could be a villain or you could be a hero, and that would change the meaning of this goals here. So let's pull the music videos and see if you're good or bad. So what is Pile 4's superpower, and are they a hero? Are they a villain? Have these cards like pretty clearly tell us, are they a hero? Are they a villain? What's their vibe? What is Pile 4's superhero / villain vibe? Those two, and we'll do this one. This one. Yeah, what's the love story here? Love, 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 love. So I think you're a good guy, Pile 4. I think you're a good guy. And this is just saying that possibly your goals get some clarifier on your goals. What is Pile 4's like ultimate goal / what would be like fulfillment to them? Eight of Wands. What's your goal? Give me like some clarification on this. Ah, Pile 4. Your pile has been the most difficult for me to interpret. And this is the second time I'm filming, and I pulled all new cards, and yeah, there's something like complex about your power. Like, I feel like, oh, there it is. Perfect. So, if you have seen Umbrella Academy, Klaus, he has some sort of obvious gift, and then as time goes on, you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much more gifts within that gift, and he's like super, super, even more powerful than anyone even thought. And he has a great love story in that show. So I think funnily enough, your love story has nothing to do with your powers at all. And that's the same way with Klaus to a certain extent. I mean, his powers got him to the place where his love interest would be, you know, because your life takes you where it takes you. But it really is outside of the context of superpower, supervillain, good, bad, fighting evil. It's just like normal people stuff. So I feel like you have this like really powerful love story just in yourself. And maybe this is like the future of your superpower story, is like this really deep love connection that has nothing to do with your powers. And your powers are often bringing you a bit of strife, because there's a lot of like confusion, I think, with your superpowers. I feel like you know some of your powers and then some you don't know, and you're just kind of like on a journey figuring it out. But everything you learn makes you realize how much more powerful you are. And that might scare you a little bit. And this love interest is like there to brighten your day, so you don't feel like this and you know, feel like this. And it's kind of like, I'm getting a little bit of a tragic love story. Just a tad, but it could work out. Okay, well, that was super fun in pile 4. Like, I'm definitely getting you. Okay, so you definitely have the ability to tell if anyone's lying. But there's something more. You're like psychic or something, and there's a lot going on. You might have like some power over life and death, some power over emotional states. And you're kind of discovering that as you go along. So really nice meeting you. Thanks for joining me. Please feel free to comment and like the video and subscribe, because I'm going to post more videos. But thank you so much and have a nice day.